It also, they have used Egyptology, or the Egyptian religions, a lot, and the present head of the Illuminati compares himself a lot with the Egyptian god Osiris and Horus, which is Osiris reborn, and also with the Arthurian legends of the Round Table, and he has a name, the name that he carries from that is Pindar, which actually means phallus of the dragon. And the other name, Osiris, he has carried because he takes the name at this time, the Marquis de Libero, which means the liberator of or from the waters. And the story of Osiris is that he was cut into 14 pieces and thrown into the River Nile, and the one piece, Isis found the pieces and put them back together again, and she could not find the 15th piece, which happened to be the phallus, so a gold phallus was made. And this is very important in this group in the Illuminati. This is important, and it's important to think that about the head of the Illuminati, because what comes from a golden phallus would be a superior seed for a race, and this is how this is what they are doing with all of these bloodlines to keep the bloodlines going, are impregnating Aryan people of Aryan blood that hold high stations with them, impregnating them with this seed of Pindar. And therefore it's important to keep this history in mind and the names in mind that he is going by at this time.
Above the earth, I was in some kind of building, I don't know, and I was standing in front of a dome looking down at our planet Earth, and there was somebody with me on the right. But then all of a sudden they showed me a woman's black heels, her legs, and up to her mid-thigh she had a black skirt. I don't know how I knew she had a skirt on. I just knew. But then it showed me who it was, and I was immediately downloaded with the information that, oh my gosh, it's a woman. Nobody would ever expect a woman of great evilness. I mean, very, very evil. People would be surprised. They thought it would be a man, but it's not. It's a woman. So I wanted, that was it. That was what I was told, very to the point. And there was just no question. It was a prophecy dream. I always know when it is a prophecy dream. I know the difference. On the second dream I had, about the same time 2 years ago, and I purchased an item, and I paid cash, American dollars, and they handed me back a fan of money, and the money was not American dollars. There were only 2 American dollars in this fan of money, and the fan of money was like very colorful. I remember it being red and white. That color I remember. And it was from another country. And I immediately knew that this country's money would be, they would be in the power financially, and our dollar wouldn't be worth hardly anything.
situation is heavily controlled using advanced monitoring technology and brainwave EEG cloning technology. This is technology that can read the brain and determine what the mind is anticipating or speculating upon. Their reputations are used as leverage as well as their safety and comfort. The level of programming and mind control experimentation that takes place makes it easy to manipulate a person's brain into regressing into a state of trance that lacks the ability to remember or clearly organize experiences regarding the cloning centers. Cloning centers, underground bases. Deep underground military bases, 3 miles below the surface, are used as laboratory centers as well as a completely stocked underground city base. These are connected with high-speed electromagnetic drive pods. Individuals are transferred to the brain through an extensive cloning and temporal body transfer process. The electromagnetic shell of consciousness within the brain is relocated to the body of a compatible clone, and various training, conditioning, programming, experimentation, or pay-to-play experiences take place. Programming. All individuals are programmed to various degrees in order to maintain control and secrecy over the situation. This programming involves very advanced technology, trauma-based mind control, and energetic attachment via beliefs and emotions. Deeper meaning. The individuals selected for this are not only talented individuals that can be utilized for certain industries, they are often specific bloodline relatives that are utilized for spiritual purposes. Many people involved have a deeper view of what is involved in the maintenance and control of society. Experimental operations. These bases were also used hand in hand with military operations which were geared towards discovering and controlling all aspects of the human mind. Genetic engineering. Experiments involved genetic engineering to produce soldiers, psychics, hybrids, and others that would be able to carry out operations. This leans towards Me Labs and the military factions experiments which go beyond the basics of cloning. How did it get to this? After World War II, when the United States war faction firebombed Germany and melted many of the inhabitants of the cities into sludge in the bomb shelters and streets of the cities, a group of Nazis traveled to Antarctica. Russia noticed the movements to Antarctica and the United States sent Admiral Byrd up with 3,600 Marines, planes, a battle cruiser and smaller vessels. They returned in defeat and only a few words were mentioned in regards to what actually happened and how they were defeated. The rumors spread and words of gravitic drive craft, and undersea or under ice bases originated from this encounter. From what we were informed as well as directly experienced, this was the ice base in Antarctica where an underground base was found already constructed with very advanced technology. Here, cloning was deployed along with mind control and temporal manipulation technology. Soon, cloning was offered as a way to avoid assassination as well as to prolong and protect the original body in daily life. After that, celebrities and politicians were replaced with programmed clones who could carry out the orders of the Nazi faction. This was the beginning. The groups utilizing this technology now are no longer confined to the Nazi faction. The groups you see today, in control of these operations, are considered Me Labs, secret societies, think tanks, military factions, and other control groups. What is next? Share this information with those you feel are ready to know, and help humanity come to terms with our journey here, and what is going on in these kinds of experiments, and take responsibility and power for our own existence.